Hello, 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 happy Monday. I thought I would do something a little bit different today. Um, I'm all about bringing you techniques and tools and knowledge to empower you, to allow you to use your intuition and to allow you to move forward with your own life. And so I thought what I'm going to do today, could actually help you with that. So let's get into it. So what I'm going to do today that's different, and I actually love this because I'm going to do an angel card reading for you. And I do this with my clients all the time. I do angel card readings for them within my Facebook group, which is linked below if you want to get in there. There's a lot of free stuff that goes on in there. There's a lot of free card readings that I come in and I do live. I do this for clients on a one-on-one basis. I do it in conjunction with a numerology report that I do for people, which again, I can link below if you want one of those. But I thought I've never done anything like this in here before, and I think it's really useful. One thing I do want to say is that normally when I'm doing angel card readings for people, it's on a one-on-one basis, and the way I do them is I get the pack that I'm using, which today is going to be this beautiful Angel Answers deck that I've got here by Radleigh Valentine. I love this deck. It's one of my absolute favorites, and it's the one that's requested the most from people. I do have another couple. I have a beautiful Notes from the Universe one, and then I have my gorgeous Work Your Light Rebecca Campbell one. But this one is the one that is requested the absolute most by the people that I work with. And I think it's because the idea of getting answers from your angels is something just stunningly beautiful. We all have guides that work with us throughout our lives, whether we connect to them consciously or whether we don't choose to believe in them, or whether we think they're there but we don't know how to connect. They are always there, regardless. They're always there. And this is work that I've been doing on a much greater basis just recently with my own coach. I've been connecting, you'll have heard me say before, I've been connecting to Beatrice, who is my higher self, who is my main guide, and she's beautiful and I love her, and she is the best part of me. She's my soul, she's my friend, she's my everything. And I chat to her on a daily basis now, and I know that I'm never alone and she's always with me, and if I ever need guidance I can call on her. But aside from her, aside from your higher self, and if you're female, it will be a female. If you're male, it will be a male. You all have one. Everybody has one. I can help you connect to them if that's something you'd like to do as well. Pop a note in the comments and I will get in touch from there. But we all have our higher selves, but we also have our other non-physical guides. And whether you are talking about loved ones, spirit, animal guides, nature guides, whatever you are talking about, they all like to be known. It's not angels or past relations or higher selves or whatever. They like to be called collectively non-physical. They are all non-physical guides. And I've been learning a lot about mine, and I have some amazingly beautiful non-physical guides. No more self than my own mom. My mom is one of my main guides, and that just brings me so much comfort because I lost her at such an early age, and I felt disconnect from her at such an early age, that to know that she's with me, to know that she's been with me my entire life, whether I have consciously known or not, now that I do consciously know and now that I have consciously connected, I can chat to her on a daily basis, and it's just the most beautiful thing ever, 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 ever. So, getting back to the cards, to know that you have these non-physical guides, to know that you have these people working on your behalf and helping you. When I say, and I have said in other videos, to kind of connect to yourself, connect to your inner being, connect to your own guidance system, and listen to your intuition, and listen to what you're seeing, you know, the breadcrumbs, the signs, the things, they are your guides. All of those things that come into your conscious being, into your energy, they are your guides. And so that is what you need to listen to, and that is you connecting. And the more you get in line with that, and the more you can calibrate to that, and the more you can notice that, that is when your life will start to change. That is you being guided. So normally, as I say, I would do this on a one-on-one basis, but today I'm going to call on the energy collectively for every single person who is watching or listening to this. And so what I would do ordinarily is I would have a picture of my client in front of me, and I would focus on them, and I would shuffle my card deck just like this. I would shuffle them, and cards normally will jump out at me, and they are the cards that you're meant to have. Either they will jump out, or I will just be called to pick one out of the deck. And I've done that. I've focused on the energy of this whole channel, and I've had the 3 cards jump out at me, and I've got them here, and I want to do the reading of these cards for you. So the first one, and it's lovely, right? When I show you what these cards are, you'll just realize how amazingly just wonderful this is. The first card is this one. And you can see there that it says meditation brings answers. And basically what this one is saying is what I have been saying for I don't know how long, is that you just got to meditate. You've got to meditate. It is the most amazing thing that you can do to connect, to actually allow you to open up all the channels to speak to your guides. If you meditate, if you spend the time getting into that quiet mind, sort of going from the beta to the theta to the alpha state within your brain, you will hear the answers, you will connect, and you will get the guidance that you're looking for. So you have to meditate, and that's what this card is asking you all to do. Get a meditation practice. I have numerous videos on meditation, but I will link a couple below for you. I've even got some guided meditations. But I'm gonna ask you, if you've never meditated before, don't start with 20-30 minutes of absolute silence, because it will put you off. You will not think you're doing it right. You will not be able to quieten your mind, and you will think that it's not working. 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, even 30 seconds as a starting point is better than nothing. And the more you allow yourself to get into that I can meditate state, the longer you will be able to then make your meditations. My recommendations start with 5 minutes. Anybody can carve out 5 minutes in a day to just sit in silence. And if your thoughts come in, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. You are not doing it wrong. The more you do it, the more you practice, and it's called a practice, a meditation practice for a reason. The more you practice, the more you'll be able to quieten your mind and actually let go of those thoughts, ride the wave, as I always say, let them flow out of your brain and just listen to the silence. The second card that I pulled specifically for this group was the listen to your intuition card. So doesn't that flow beautifully? Doesn't it flow just so beautifully? We meditate to bring answers, and then we get the connection and we listen to our intuition, which allows us to follow the guidance, which allows us to hear, which allows us to be in that state, to see more and to hear more and to connect more, and to actually move forward with our lives knowing that we are divinely guided at all times, Even if you don't believe in what I'm saying, even if you've never practiced I want to say spirituality, but it's more than that. It's just living. It's guided living. It's being an awakened soul. It's actually beginning to come back to yourself, to who you know deep at your core that you actually are. It's beginning to listen to the voices in your head that have always been there, but you either drown them out with the day-to-day noise, or you call them nonsense and woo-woo, and I'm not going to listen, and that's not me, I don't do any of that stuff, and so I'm just going to blindly ignore it. And then you go on through your life trying to do the right thing, trying to follow the right path, second guessing everything that is coming into your world because you're not following your guidance. You're not allowing your non-physical guides to guide you. If you meditate and then if you listen to your intuition, you will find all of the answers, all of them, I promise you. And the third card was this one: take action. So we have meditation brings awareness, listen to your intuition, take action. And isn't that what I have been telling you all along? If you've watched any of my videos, if you listened to any of my podcasts, if you are in my Facebook group, if you've taken any of my courses, if you've worked with me, if you've read my books, these are the 3 steps that I say all the time. You connect to your inner being, to your soul, to the true nature of who you are. You look for the guidance, you listen to your intuition, you hear your soul, your answers, your everything. You can ask for guidance at any time, but the final step in manifesting, in connecting, in aligning, in awakening is always, always, always to take the action. It's no good to do the stuff, to do the meditation, to do the dream journaling, to do the journal prompts, to do the scripting, to do the tapping, to do the Reiki, to do the energy work, the breath work, the whatever, to get the guidance, to get the hit, if you then do nothing with it. It's all in the taking of the action. If you, I get an itchy nose whenever my guides are close, and this is how I know we're on the right track, right? I've got an itchy nose and I feel like I want to sneeze, and that is a sign for me that this is needing. You need to hear this. It needs to be said. If you don't take the action, if you don't actually follow the guidance, if you get it and then you dismiss it and you do absolutely nothing with it, nothing will ever change, ever. You have to take the action. You have to follow the guidance. You have to do the steps in order to change your life, in order to connect, in order to move forward with a clear plan for your life. And so by taking the action, by following the steps, all I mean is, if you are given a hit of intuition that you need to call your mum, call her. If you are given a hit of intuition that you shouldn't go that way home from work anymore, you should go a different way, go a different way. Because what you might find is if you go the same way, you end up in a traffic queue, or even worse, a crash or some kind of accident. Follow your guidance. If you are given a hit of intuition to watch a particular YouTube video or take a particular course, do it. Because that is your guide, that is your non-physical saying to you, this is your next best step. And on that is an amazing question to always ask. If you can connect to them, if you can meditate, and you can always go to them with a clear problem. If you know that there's something you want to know more about, for example, a job or a move of location, moving house, a career step, whether you should have a baby, whether you should get married, whether this person is the right person for you, whatever, whether you need to, start an exercise plan, or whether it's something even deeper than that, whether you need to become more spiritual, whether you want to awaken, whether you need to connect to a spiritual teacher who can guide you. Go into your meditation with a question, and when you're in your meditative state, say to your guides, what is my next best step? And you will the HIIT. It may happen within the silence, it may happen within the meditation, it may happen when you're on a walk, it may happen when you're in the car, it might happen when you're sitting watching TV and you suddenly get this hit to join a gym or read a book. You know, I remember once for me, it actually happened so quickly in that I was looking for a work from home job when I'd first had my babies, and I wanted to be a stay-at-home mum, and I was doing transcription typing at the time, and it was breaking my body in all kinds of ways. You know, I'd had carpal tunnel in both of my wrists, I was getting shoulder problems, I was getting arthritis, like crippled, my hands would be like this in claws, and it was just no good for me. And I knew I needed to change, but I still knew I wanted to stay home. And I was on Facebook just generally one day, and I happened to click on something, and it took me out of Facebook into Trade Me, which is a site here in New Zealand, and onto a job. Randomly, this work from home job that was using all of my skills, all of my experience as careers advisor, all of my past knowledge was there in front of me, and it was based in my hometown, and I could do it from home, and it was flexible. And so that is what I mean. I could have looked at that job and gone, oh, yeah, no, I haven't got time. I haven't got time to send my CV in for that and do my application. No. That was my intuition. That was my sign. That was my guide, putting that in front of me. And my action part was to actually apply. So I applied, I got the job, and it was perfect for me at that time. That is what I mean by taking action. It can be as easy as you're being told, go for a walk, get off your chair, stop watching TV, put your Audible book on into your earphones and go for a walk. It can be as easy as that. It could be buy a specific crystal. It could be anything, literally anything. Don't buy that purchase. Don't do that thing. Don't go to that place. Or go to it, buy it, do it. It can be anything, but your job is to follow and take the action. So that is how I would do a card reading for clients. Anyone who wants one, join my Facebook group, because I do them for free in there quite often. But it's always, you know, shuffle the cards, the ones that jump out or the ones I'm called to pick. There's normally 3, and I lay them out, and then I will give you a reading based on those cards. And that is what I've done today. And those 3 cards are so powerful. They're so powerful, and there's a story there. There's a message, and it's what I've been trying to say. And they are the 3 most important steps for me in everything, if you want to know that you're always on the right track with your life. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I'm going to link below the video on meditation, and I'm going to link below my Facebook group. Please join me. There's lots goes on in there, and it's all free. And I love it when more people come and join me over there, because it's where I hang out a lot of the time. So yeah, I hope that's been good. I hope you've enjoyed that. I might do this again if I get enough comments and people say they enjoyed it. Please like, please subscribe. You know what to do. And I will be back with you next week. Bye.